Hi, I watched Unintentional Love Story, and here's my review. After being fired of his job because his boss was found guilty of corruption, Ji Won-young goes on a trip and meets the famous missing pottery artist Yoon Tae-jun. Alright, so this little drama, but still a drama, a Korean BL, a bit longer than what we are usually used to. This little drama features Gong-chan from B1A4. I knew watching the drama that this face seemed familiar, and yeah, when I checked it out, of course it is familiar. I used to like P1A4 a lot. So really nice to see him in there, getting opportunities for acting. Talking about acting, I think the acting is a tiny bit awkward sometimes is in this drama, but overall it's pretty good and I don't have much to comment about it. However, what I want to praise is the quality of the production. It's pretty rare, at least as of right now, to have such a high quality Korean BL. So really, little clap for that because it's always very nice. Also, the story is very much created like a typical Korean drama. Ultimately, because of that, one could think that the plot is a bit cliché, and I admit to it to some degree. It is cliché, but more in the sense that it's typical, more than cliché. It's very typical of a Korean drama, and so it can feel a bit cliché. But like I said, it's by far one of the best Korean BLs so far, so I'm not really complaining, even if it's typical. Alright, so this is the story of a meeting with a lie in the first meeting, and so dear Lord, do I hate these stories, because I know it always comes back to the person who made the lie, and it's always such a huge opportunity to make a lot of drama. And so since this drama is pretty typical of a Korean drama, it doesn't miss. The drama happens, and it happens hard. So for me this was pretty frustrating, I'm not gonna lie, because it's often the same thing. One person refuses to listen to the person who wants to explain themselves, so one person doesn't want to listen, and the other person, even though they have the ability to explain everything multiple times, they don't do it. They just don't talk, they stay mute, and so this frustrates me. You have no idea. Well, if it frustrates you the same way it does for me, we understand each other, because thankfully the drama isn't too long, so they can't dwell on this for too long, so that's a good point. They can't stay focused on this for too long, and so good for me. And talking actually about this drama, at some point I thought Yoon Tae-jun was actually aware that there was a lie, but yeah, I guess not. So for a while I was pretty convinced he knew, so I was not annoyed in advance. I was not annoyed beforehand, knowing that the drama was going to happen. I actually thought that maybe there was not going to be any drama at all. Well, what did I think? What did I expect? I should know better by now. Really. Something I find a bit sad in this story, to end on this, is the secondary couple. I think the secondary couple is really good and do a very good job acting wise. I did like their acting a lot. And they have an interesting background, if I can say. So pretty interested into them, and so very sad that they don't end up together at the end. Eventually, if they do a second season, I don't know if they plan to do one or not, but if they do one, maybe they are going to focus more on this secondary couple. And actually I would like it. I would very much enjoy it, because I really like them actually, and I wanted to see them together, have their happy ending, and see actually how it was going to work out with the background they have. I don't want to say they steal the spotlight of the first couple, because to me, I did enjoy the first couple. So they didn't really steal anything. But I did see a lot of comments talking about how the secondary couple was more interesting than the first couple. And I have to admit that it's a bit true, actually. Because of their background, they are more interesting than the first couple, ultimately. In my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion. But it doesn't have to be your opinion. Yeah. So yeah, this... I kind of agree to it. Anyway, this is already all I have to say about this drama. I thought I had a lot more to say, but I went through my notes very quickly, so I don't have this much to say about this quick drama. What do you think? Do you think this drama needs a second season, or do you think it's not necessary? Do you think they would focus more on the secondary couple, or continue to focus on the main couple but do more of the side of the secondary couple as well? We'll see what the future has for us, but yeah, in this case actually I would not be against a second season just to see more of the secondary couple. And like usual, don't hesitate to tell me your own thoughts about this drama, if you liked it, if you didn't, why in both cases, don't hesitate. And with that, I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!